hours left before we need to leave for the race. I would say this is, unfortunately, very typical. The motor is just making its way in. It is somewhat late at night. Our families hate us. Our wives are pissed. I don't think my kid knows me anymore. And yeah, some things never change. It's human nature to strive to be better and better. And whether it's in business, family, or racing. It's kind of been bred in us as a child, you know. We all play with little Matchbox cars and Legos, same type of thing. You can build something bigger and badder and better. Just another form of expression. As humans, we're competitive by nature. It's how it works.
My name is Adam, owner of Lick Motorsports.
Noah Levy. I am the guy who does most of it all.
And we work on Subarus.
LIC Motorsports has been in business since February of 2004.
Lick is something I came up with. L is for Levy, I was innovations, and C was conversions. Going back to where we did the motor swaps, also known as conversions in the Subaru community. To this day, the name kind of still, I don't want to say bugs me, but I've always felt we should have something different. Now that we've been around for 6 years and going on, that it's kind of hard to change. That's just a test.
I am the younger brother, despite my grayer hair. Adam is 4 years older, and he's always been more level-headed, more methodical about his approach in life.
I have the ability to just not worry about stuff. Just like, it's almost like a light switch.
I've been a little more fly by the seat of your pants, and absolutely I was the guy who would kick his ass as opposed to him kicking mine.
I do remember being chased with knives and locking myself in the bathroom.
If you were to ask me this question 6 years ago, not in a million years.
I never planned on owning a race car or a race team.
Never really was the intent of what we had in mind. Today we're gonna go take the LIC Motorsports Time Attack car and put it on the dyno and see some horsepower numbers out of it.
A dyno, or they call it rolling chassis, it's basically a big machine with big rollers. It simulates the car driving on the road. It applies load instead of running up and down the streets, which you can't do with our car. It will give you a horsepower, torque figure. You can basically tell before and after changes of what you had.
We can claim all we want and say that it does this or that. Let's go see what it can do. today was 531 wheel horsepower. I wasn't expecting anything too drastic, either direction, positive, negative. It was more just reconfirming what we already know, getting a baseline on a local dyno, so that way when we make improvements or adjustments later on in the future, we have a good starting point as to where we're at. As most people know, with any dyno, there's such huge variances, and we don't believe in any one particular one. It's just more of a tool to measure a current setup at its current configuration at that current time. We run in the Redline Time Attack series. It's really run what you brung. It mainly consists of a lot of tuner shops like ourselves who build up their own cars or customer cars.
You're racing against time. You're not out there racing all cars. Most people are used to seeing like NASCAR. They all run at once, and it's whoever gets to finish line first wins. This is against time, so in a sense, you're racing yourself.
On most people's setup, they're set up to give one really, really fast hot lap, and then from there, most people's setup will start declining as far as power and whatnot.
It's more competitive. It seems to be more shop against shop oriented, and it's just taken off the last 2 years, and now you're seeing some cars that are pretty crazy out there, and it helps the sport. It helps all cars move forward into making more power and pushes new ideas.
I can tell you I'm a bit strapped. I mean, that's an understatement. We're absolutely strapped is the exact word. Thank God we pulled it apart, because that'd be one hell of a scenario, because that would have absolutely grenaded on the track. I can't believe it made it off the dyno. We took the motor out of the car to ensure its performance and longevity of staying consistent and reliable.
When we pulled it off, we noticed this cam lobe is worn more than the others. So I've seen it once in all the years I've been doing this.
And when it does happen, it releases metal fragmentation into the oil, which gets pushed through all the oil galleys and to every other moving part of the motor. So it has the potential for catastrophic failure.
All right, now it's a mystery.
We're in the points lead, and I'm not throwing the towel in on anything yet. It's just trying to run a shop, run our families, and now have one hell of a hurdle in front of us. Much bigger job than we anticipated. Seems to always be our predicament. You know, working around the clock.
Less than a week away from a race. We should, no, today's Saturday, so.
A week? Who the f are you kidding?
We'll be 5 days at practicing already. A week from today.
Luckily, the cam company went ahead and sent us a replacement cam.
What's left? I see a missing motor, so there's that. There's the front end's just mocked up right now. Probably go back to dyno to check it out before the event, if there's time. If not, we'll just run it.
That's the dumbest shit I've heard. Do you know how many days we have left?
Yeah, we should go there like Thursday.
Dude, you're out of your mind. The car's might be running Thursday.
Might have to make it run.
What are you talking about, man?
It's true.
That's news to me. That's bull.